Hi, this is Jack Plunkett. Today I want to take just a couple of minutes to tell you about our terrific Plunkett's Industry Almanacs. The sample I'm going to show you is from our Plunkett's Healthcare Industry Almanac, our award-winning coverage of the business side and technical side of the entire global healthcare industry. Each book runs from about 400 to 700 pages, just to let you know, and they are completely updated and republished every year. As you can see on the table of contents, we have several data-loaded chapters for you to choose from. And what I'm going to do today is walk you through those chapters, just a little bit each, so you can get an idea of the type of data that you receive from each book. There's an introduction to each book, followed by a how to use the book. Now this is fairly important. It would be good for you to spend a couple of minutes reading this before you get going. But please notice there's a link here to our video for the book. So for each of our industry almanacs, there is a corresponding industry introduction video, about 6 minutes online, that you're welcome to use in addition to your use of the almanac. Here is Chapter 1, is always major trends affecting this particular industry. And again, today we're covering healthcare, but it could be any industry. Notice we've got a list here of the 21 different trends we're following for this industry. In addition, in healthcare, we have a list of about a dozen major technologies that we think are vitally important. As we move through the industries, like here, we've got Medicare and Medicaid spending continues to surge. Notice we have some little call-out boxes here and there about things that we think are of particular interest or might make it more fun for you to study this industry. And these trends statements can be fairly long. Here we're getting into the healthcare technology section. Again, call-out boxes. So again, our core focus is the trends that are going to change this industry over the midterm. That is the next, let's say, 3 to 6 years. Then we're going to move on to the statistics that will help you have even deeper knowledge of the industry we're looking at. In healthcare, we break those statistics down into these 5 different sections: industry overview, U.S. healthcare expenditures and costs, Medicare and Medicaid, and so on. So the first statistical table in every book is always an industry market overview, so that you can, again, get a well-grounded look at what's going on in your industry of interest. Usually it'll be how big's the market, how big's the employment, what's the expected growth, what are the most important sectors within the industry, and what is the size of those sectors. Sometimes we have charts as well as tables. Here we've got, for instance, the U.S. health dollar 2019, where it was spent, followed by where it came from. So lots of statistical tables in every book. Some books are more extensive than others. Then we get to Chapter 3, which we call our contacts database. Basically, this is industry associations, professional societies, and what we think are really important resources for you to know about. These industry associations, of course, are a great place for you to find out more about upcoming conferences, read white papers, and dig into important information that's even deeper about areas of your specific interest. Now, Chapter 4 in every book is always our profiles of the most important companies in the industry. And we give you an idea in the front of the chapter how we selected those companies to profile. We index them for you by alphabetical name, by sales and profits, by where they're located. Notice that we have quite a few international companies as well as U.S. And then we give you our one-page snapshot profiles of each company. Notice that they are both public and private. Where they are public companies, we have pretty in-depth financial information. Where they're private, we're likely to have at least revenue numbers for you, sometimes employee count, and occasionally profits. So we do our very best to give you the most relevant and up-to-date numbers that we possibly can. Finally, we have our industry glossary. So this is just a quick look at what we think are some of the most important terms for you to know about the industry and some of the most important acronyms to help you find your way as you're studying this industry even further. Again, these books are available in print and electronic versions, so ebooks, printed, whatever it is you need. They're roughly 400 to 700 pages each. They all follow the same format. They're available from your favorite book dealers and distributors, your favorite ebook platforms, and of course, directly from Plunkett Research. Be sure to visit PlunkettResearch.com for online ordering and for all the information you need. Thanks.